Hello, welcome to our North Carolina Virtual Convention. I am Debbie Dryden from Kappa Chapter, and I am your North Carolina World Fellowship representative. This information session will explore International World Fellowship and our Schools for Africa project. We start with the International World Fellowship, which began in 1946. In 1952, the program began an alliance with UNESCO. Between 1958 and 1960, an agreement was reached between the Institute of International Education and DKG for the IIE to provide applications to a DKG committee in order to select women for study in the United States or Canada. The IIE helps students with costs such as enrollment, visas, insurance, and transportation through the Fulbright Commission and foundations. They also aid students in receiving grants from organizations like DKG. The IIE reviews successful international candidate portfolios of women who meet the criteria and forwards these applications to the DKG World Fellowship Committee. From these, the committee selects recipients for society grants to complete master's degrees and PhD work. These grants pay for things like books, tuition, housing, and food. In 1972, the World Fellowship Committee became a standing committee, and in 1974, state organizations and chapter committees became part of the Constitution. This committee continues to select recipients for society grants, which range from $4,000 for first-time grantees to $1,000 extension grants and $500 extension grants. In 2019 and 2020, the Society awarded $83,000 to 30 women from 21 different countries. 2020 was a challenging year for this program because of COVID, because some women dropped their programs altogether, some started their programs virtually from their home countries, and some will start this year in 2021. Currently, there are 19 recipients in the United States, none studying in North Carolina universities. There are 5 recipients studying in Canada. We have women studying at universities in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Arizona, Michigan, Florida, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Missouri, and Oregon. We have 2 students at Old Dominion University in Virginia studying applied linguistics and instructional design and technology. New York has women at Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, and Cornell with studies in special education, linguistics, and public administration. Texas has women at the University of North Texas, Texas Tech, with studies in philosophy and nutrition studies. Georgia has women at Georgia State and the University of Georgia studying public policy and a program called Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages and World Languages. We have 20 different countries represented in our current grant cycle from Mexico, South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Our Kappa chapter raises money by designating the February meeting around a World Fellowship program. We invite speakers to share their experiences in Africa, teaching and/or volunteering. One year we had a representative from one of the lost boys of the Sudan. Another year, a teacher exchange educator shared information about the education system in Korea and how different it is from our high school education system. Two of our members have taught and worked in Africa and presented programs. All the money collected as we pass the hat at these meetings is given to World Fellowship. Your chapter contributions and bequests determine the number of grants awarded each year. So please be generous as DKG continues to support women educators from around the world. We now move to Schools for Africa. The first international project began in 2010 in partnership with UNICEF USA to provide students access to quality basic education, focusing on girls, orphans, and other vulnerable youngsters. The project worked with 21 countries in sub-Sahara Africa. UNICEF worked with its partners to build and improve classroom buildings and equipment, to create child-friendly school programs, to provide access to clean water and sanitary facilities, to supply exercise books, pens, proper furniture, and other school and sports materials, to train teachers, to educate children on proper hygiene, and to provide interventions in health checkups and immunizations, and to assist with scholarships. Our chapter elected to do a designated donation this year. For $100, we purchased two-person desks for a classroom. This enables children to sit at a desk rather than on the floor during their lessons. We have also designated donations to the digging of wells in small villages. These two meet some of the criteria that UNICEF has set forth. The latest DKG endeavor provided hygiene supplies and sanitary products to schoolgirls so they may attend school uninterrupted. There is a use of donations link on the DKG website if your chapter is interested. Now, I thank you for joining this workshop presentation. I hope you gleaned information to take back to your chapters and now have a better understanding of these two vital areas of DKG. Now, I also invite you to watch the Out of Africa presentation by International Past President Kathy Doherty on her UNICEF visit to Ethiopia.